everyone, so it's going to be a boxing lesson for you today. The drill that we're going to expand on, I've already put into a short video on our YouTube channel, but today we're going to make a full class. We're going to have a little warm-up, some technical drilling, some hard exercise for you to follow along with, quick recap, and then we're going to cool down and stretch off. So let's get our warm-up going. I'm going to set the timer off now, just follow along with me, okay? Okay, let's just get bouncing on the spot to begin with. Not very limited space to work with at the moment. We're doing home workouts. More side to side now. Try and get both feet bouncing together. Let your arms just kind of swing at the moment. Put a little hip into it. So one foot in front of the other, just bouncing in stance. And start to play with your lead hand a little bit if you want to. Switch. Yeah, trying to get both feet bouncing forwards and backwards at the same time on the balls of our feet. And switch. If you've got a little bit more space, you can move around a little bit in your stance. Try not to slide too much, it's just my kids' baby mats. Alright, get ready to change it up, and high knees. Yeah, and try and get your knees to waist height if you can. Well, at least for as long as you can. Nice, so now switch into heel flips. Set the heels right up to your butts. Don't forget to be breathing all the time during this. It sounds silly, but try and regulate your breathing. Don't just catch up with yourself. Steady. In and out. Alright, so 1 minute press up round now. Any variation you like. You can go here if you need to. Go to your knees. No problem. Because we're doing a boxing workout today. If you want to hit a few more areas in your arms, try these arches push-ups. Down on one side, rock to the other and up. Back down, rock to the other side, and up. If not, and you're happy here, that's fantastic as well. Remember, this is just a warm-up, so that's my excuse for not going mad on these press-ups. Come on. Nice. Yeah, and swing our arms. Big rotations forward. Training space is already falling apart. And backwards. And to the sides. When you're doing this to the sides, try and keep your arms shoulder height the whole time. Much better stretch. After this, we're going to be going into a round of squats. I'm going to be doing shallow squats. My butt's only going to be going level with my knees. Show you another variation you can do as well though. So here, keep pointing forwards, butt level with your knees. Here, boom. The other one you can play with, again, because we're going to be in a boxing stance. If you've got the room, lunging steps, boom, I'm going to step over, boom, go down, and then he just touches the floor. Up, step over, just touches the floor, and I'm straight back. Here, boom, same this way. Just touches the floor, straight back up. I'm stepping over a box, and then down. Boom. Or just in a happy place here, but nice and level with my knees. Oh, putting my toes forward as best I can, keeping my back nice and straight. Awesome. Shake up your legs, nice light swings. If you can't, don't be worried if you're not swinging your foot up to your head straight away. You just want to be feeling a light stretch down the back of your hamstrings, down the back of your calf. Nothing more than that, just warming up. Don't want to pull something now. Just here, pulling my toes back, keeping my knee as straight as possible. Cool. After this, we're just going to be doing some little heel scoops. I'll show you what that is in just a moment. Hopefully you're picking up all the audio. Nice, so heel scoops. One leg goes out the front, the other goes down. I scoop down below my heel. Oh, all the way up to the ceiling. Alternate legs between each one. Down. Yeah, and you should be feeling this in your calf. If you go like this, and you find that this knee's having to bend, you're going too low. Only go as far as you can keep that leg straight, okay? Even if that's just here, and you can't go all the way to your heel, no problem. You'll eventually be able to get there, but you gotta do it right to begin with. Again, good one for your hamstrings and a little bit for your calf. Nice, just alternating these now. Here I'm focused more on the rotation. I know this is a boxing workout, so I'm not really worried about throwing these, but I want to get good rotation on my hips and on my core. So I'm just sticking the knee out as far as it'll go, and twisting over it. After this round, we're just going to finish our warm-up with 50 straight punches. Try your best to keep those punches nice and long, full extension on them, head height the whole time. Boom, blast them out there as fast as you can. There we go. Us. Grab yourself a quick drink and let's get ready for drills. Okay everyone, time to start on our base drill now. So we're going to build this up nice and slowly. This is something you can do no matter what level you are with your boxing, your striking, or your martial arts. Even if this is your first time you're trying it out, you should be able to follow along. I'm going to try my best to keep it nice and simple and give some extra little points for those of you who are maybe already a little bit more advanced. Okay, so start off with our stance. Now, I want to start off with my feet about shoulder width apart, okay, directly beneath me. Now I'm going to take a step forward with one of my feet as if I'm walking down the street, okay. Now, if I am right-handed, typically people stand with their left foot forward. Vice versa, if I'm left-handed, people technically stand, or typically stand, sorry, with their right foot forward, okay. Now, I fight with my right foot forward predominantly, so I do a lot of the demonstrations to do with that, but as we're on video, you should be able to see the difference or figure out what you need to do to adjust for yourself, okay? So, I'm here, take a step forward, boom. Now, with my hands, my guard, I'm not gonna go too in depth today, but you just wanna keep them up. So I wanna kind of looking like I'm going through a pair of binoculars here, my hands above my temples, above my eyebrows. My elbows aren't out here, nice and tight in line with my body, and I'm just going to shift this lead shoulder, so whichever one's the same side as my foot in front of me, slightly ahead here, okay? This makes me a much more narrow target, makes me harder to hit, okay? So, this drill starts off nice and simple. All we're going to do is throw 4 basic punches, okay? Well, only 3 punches, but it's a 4-punch combination. So I start off with my lead hand, so whichever one's the same side as my lead foot, and that extends straight outwards here, okay? Always leading with the first 2 knuckles, hiding my chin, hiding my jaw behind my shoulder, and keeping my other hand nice and high, okay? From here, I'm going to pull this one back, and I'm going to extend out my rear hand nice and straight into a cross punch. And again, this one comes straight back to my guard, it doesn't drop down here, okay? After this, I'm going to throw a hook off my lead side. Now this one comes around here, but straight from my guard, here, okay? And I'm going to stop the punch dead in line with my face here, okay? I don't need to swing too far at the moment. I'm going to stop here, wrist, elbow, and shoulder are all level with my fist. And then the same as we did before on our rear side, our rear cross punch is going to straight out to the target again, leading with the big 2 knuckles. My thumb ends up pointing down towards the ground, okay? So, we have jab, cross, lead hook, cross, okay? And again, jab, cross, lead hook, cross. Nice, now let's start to flow that a little bit more. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Always burying my head nice and deep in my hands. Cross, hook, cross. Lead, rear, lead, rear. I'll show you that the other way around. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Jab, cross, hook, cross. I'm not just rushing between combination to combination, taking a moment to pause my guard. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Again on the other side. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Now you don't need to be switching along with me. You just work in which stance you're most comfortable from, okay? Jab, cross, hook, cross. Jab, cross, hook, cross. And again, jab, cross, hook, cross. One more time. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Awesome. So we've got our 4-punch combination down. Now we're going to start breaking that up, and we're going to add head movement, eventually a pivot, and then a counter onto each of these individual techniques. So let's start with that jab punch. So the first thing I'm going to do here is throw out my jab. Now we're going to be working for a bob and weave now. Okay, so I throw my punch. Now I want a little bit of evasion. I'm going to start off by just staying on the spot. So I jab. Now the first thing I do when I'm bobbing and weaving is I drop my elevation here, okay? If I were to swing straight out of the way, I might be swinging my head directly into a punch, okay? Now, I know that if the person's aiming here, I duck to here, they are more likely to miss. So that's what I start with, dropping my elevation. So I jab, I pull my punch back for the moment, I drop my elevation, and now I'm going to make a little U shape with my head here, okay? You see how my knees are doing all that work? It's not my back hinging at the hips that's doing it. I'm here, jab, back, drop, my knees are taking the load here, my quads, my thighs, roll up and pop back up underneath, okay? Now we're going to do that with super simple footwork added in, just to give us a little bit more angle. So I jab, pull back, drop. Once I've dropped, I'm going to step my knee out slightly to the side, not too big of a step, and that allows me to arc my head out much better, okay? So again, I get my stance back, jab, pull back, down, step out, and roll up. Again, jab, down, step, roll up. Let's go. Boom, boom, and we're up. Ha, ha, ha. Pa, pa, whack. Pa, pa, whack. Pa, ha, ha. On the spot. Now we do the same with our cross, the same with our hook, and then again with our final cross punch. So I go here, jab, down, step out, roll. Cross, down, step out, roll. Hook, drop, step out, roll. Cross, drop, step out, and we roll. Jab, boom, roll. Cross, boom, roll. Hook, drop, roll. Cross, drop, roll. Cool. So now we're going to start building the actual progressive combination we're working on. So each time we do this, we add one more punch, but we always roll to the same side as we just finished our punch up, okay? So it's like this. Jab, boom, drop, and roll. Jab, cross, drop, and roll. Jab, cross, hook, drop, and roll. Jab, cross, hook, cross, drop, and roll, okay? So I'm just going to set the timer now. We're going to do a quick 2-minute round, just drilling that together. Let's go. Halfway there, everyone. Yeah, show a different angle. So more advanced guys, do not forget your breathing. Exhaling on each technique. 20 seconds, time for another round. Boom, 15 seconds. Five seconds. Time there. Boost. Okay, so now we have the base combination down. We're going to add some simple footwork that will make it even better and give us the opportunity to add counter punches on. Okay, now the base drill starts exactly the same as we were doing it a moment ago. I'm in my stance, my hands are high. I throw my jab to begin with. After I pull back, I drop, I do my bob and weave. Now, I'm going to pivot around on this lead foot. So I'm facing you now. At the end of this pivot, I'm going to be facing over here towards this wall or the TV over here, okay? So it's here, I just swing around on this leg, here, 90 degrees towards this angle, okay? So I'm here, jab, pull back, drop, step out, finish my bob and weave. Now I swing around on this foot, okay? Did a little mistake there, pivoted on my heel. Try your best not to do that. Try and be on the ball of your foot, okay? So again, jab, pull back, drop, step out, bob and weave, pivot, and we're here. Do the exact same thing when we go to the other side. So I throw my jab and my cross, bob and weave this way, stepping out. Now this foot becomes my anchor on the floor and I pivot facing the other way here, okay? Again, 90 degrees to the other direction. So the first one, jab, back, drop, step out, bob and weave, pivot. Second one, jab, cross, drop, bob and weave, pivot. Third one, jab, cross, hook, step out with my bob and weave, pivot, jab, cross, hook, cross, step out with my bob and weave, boom, and pivot again. Okay, now the formula for this is quite simple, and we add on the same formula when we do our counters in a moment. But when I'm working on this side, it's my lead hand, boom, my lead foot, and pivoting on that lead foot again. Okay, so whichever side you finish your combination with, that's the side you're working towards. So here, jab, cross, I finished on this side, so when I pull back, boom, I step out to that side, and I pivot with the foot on that side, okay? So again, all the way through the drill, jab, boom, pivot. Jab, cross, pivot. Jab, cross, hook, pivot. Jab, cross, hook, cross, and pivot, okay? So let's have a quick 2-minute round, just drilling that. Take it super slow to begin with. Only go as fast as perfect. Boom. If you're more comfortable with this kind of drill already, start to add in your feints, your twitches, a little bit of movement in between. Boom, all the good stuff. But make sure you're sticking to the core principles of the drill. Jab, boom, and cross. Good, boom. Just over 30 seconds, I roll. Time for one more. Let's grab yourself a quick drink and add in the counters now. Okay everyone, so far we have our initial strike, we have some head movement, and we have a pivot to create an angle for our counters. Now we're going to add in the counters. Again, super simple, and they're all punches you've already thrown so far in today's lesson. So let's start with the first. Throw my jab, pull back, drop for my bob and weave, step out. Everything is the exact same up to now, and I pivot. Now, following the same rule as we've done for the other parts of this combination, I started on my lead hand, I stepped out with my lead foot, I pivoted on my lead foot, so my counter combination begins on my lead hand. So here, after I pivoted, I just throw my jab and my cross punch. Okay? Let's do that one again. Jab, back, drop, bob and weave in my step, pivot, jab, cross, counter. One more time on the lead, then we'll look at the rear side. Jab, drop, bob and weave, pivot, jab, cross for my counter. Now when we roll to the other side, jab, cross, drop, bob and weave, pivot. Now again, I start off my rear side because that's the side I pivoted on. I throw my cross and finish with my hook. So that side again. Jab, cross, drop, roll under, pivot, cross, hook. Let's build our way through the full combination now. Jab, boom, out, pivot, jab, cross. Jab, cross, under, pivot, cross, hook. Jab, cross, hook, drop, pivot, boom, jab, cross. And the final one, jab, cross, hook, cross, drop, pivot, boom, cross, hook, finish. Okay, so just like before, we're going to do a 2-minute round, just shadowing that. Let's start to pick up the intensity now. Once you've really got the bass drum, we can start really pushing it. Let's go. One minute left, everyone. Adjust your workspaces and let's go. Keep on. So that's the drill we're building up towards. Now, once you've got this drill, you've made it your own, then you start to add in a little bit more movement. You add in your feints, you add in preemptive head work, you can add in different combinations as well. We're just following a simple concept here of if I'm working off my lead side, boom, that's the side I'm evading towards, boom, and that's the side I begin my counter off. Okay? Grab a quick drink, let's move on to some exercise. Okay everyone, so let's get ourselves a bit sweatier. We're going to go on to some Tabata rounds, okay? Now, if you have a bag or a training partner that can hold power to, fantastic. What we're going to do today is going to drill this in a way that we can just shadow box it. So, we're going to have 20 seconds of hard work, 10 seconds of active recovery, 20 seconds back on. Okay, it's going to be a 3-minute round, which means we get 6 rounds of hard work, 5 rounds of rest. It's going to be a minute break in between. We're going to do 2 more rounds of that. Okay, so I'm going to film this first one for you here. Get yourself a timer if you can, but you can just follow along with the video because I'll be doing the exact same as you. Okay, so the different things we're going to be throwing in our rounds today. We're going to start off with a straight blast for 20 seconds. We're going to be bouncing on the spot, short star jumps for active recovery, rolling uppercuts for the next 20 seconds, active recovery again, throwing our hooks, boom, active recovery, just your jab, boom, boom, active recovery, just your cross, boom, active recovery, and then finish off with another blast of our straight punches for 20 seconds, okay? 10-second countdown and we're off. All right, get ready. Straights. Yeah, active recovery for a minute. Regulate your breathing and uppercuts. Yeah, active recovery. Ready for hooks. Good, active recovery. Next it's just our jab punch, okay? Nice one. Oh, give myself a second extra break there, my bad. Cross punch to follow up. Good. Nice rest. One more round. Straight blast to finish off. Yeah. Time there. Cool. Pause me for a minute. Take a quick breather. Replay this 2 more times. 10-second countdown and we're off. Alright, get ready. Straights. Good, active recovery for a minute. Regulate your breathing and uppercuts. Yeah, active recovery. Ready for hooks. Good, active recovery. Next is just our jab punch, okay? Nice long. Oh, give myself a second extra break there, my bad. Cross punch to follow up. Good. Nice rest. One more round. Straight last to finish off. Yeah. Time there. Cool. Pause me for a minute. Take a quick breather. 10-second countdown, and we're off. Alright, get ready. Straight. Good, active recovery for a minute. Regulate your breathing and uppercuts. Yeah, active recovery. Ready for hooks. Good, active recovery. Next is just our jab punch, okay? Nice long. Oh, give myself a second extra break there, my bad. Cross punch to follow up. Good. Nice rest. One more round. Straight last to finish off. and there.
Cool.
Quick change of scenery. Unfortunately, the camera did not record the 5-minute finish I just did for you. So, painfully for myself, we have to go through it again. So, 5-minute round. You start off with 1 press up, 1 sit up, 1 squat. Then you do 2 press ups, 2 sit ups, 2 squats, 3 press ups, 3 sit ups, 3 squats, and we keep going progressively for 5 whole minutes. The goal is to try and get to 10 repetitions of each. If you manage to do that, in total you've done 45 of each exercise. If you've been to my classes before though, you know I like to finish a lot of the sessions with this one. So let's go for it. I was absolutely blown by the first one, so I'm probably going to die here now. Let's go. 1. 2. 3. Let's move at your own pace. Make sure you're working hard. But don't worry about what I'm doing. Work to your own time. Faster than me, awesome, go for it. If you're working a bit slower, no problem. Keep doing your best. Oh, it's the press ups that kill me. Every time I'm doing squats, I'm just upset that I gotta do press ups afterwards. Keep it up, everyone, just over 3 minutes. We're up to 8. Definitely slowing down now. We made it. Keep going, everyone. Oh, I'm already back to push-ups. Just under 2 minutes, everyone. You can do it. We got there. Elbows locked out. A little bit over a minute. Come on. One more. Oh, made it to 10 push-ups.
Oh, 40 seconds. "30 seconds to go, everyone. See where we can get to." Oh, the push-ups are looking worse. 8, 9, 2 more. 10, 1 more, go on. Sit-ups, let's go. Didn't quite get to 11 on all of them. So, hopefully you maybe did a bit better than me, or maybe a bit better than you've done before, or you might have pleasantly surprised yourself with how you got on. But again, it's your own personal exercise. You just want to see your own little improvements each time. Cool, so we're done with that. I'm going to move on to a quick recap of the techniques we've practiced today. Then we're going to do a little stretch and cool off. Whoosh.
Okay, before we stretch off, let's just recap the base combination we've been working today. So we start with our 4 punches: jab, cross, hook, cross. Pay attention to all the good things. Hands are high. I'm rotating my hips. I'm on the balls with my feet. Jab, cross, hook, cross. And again, jab, cross, hook, cross. Then we start to add in our head movement. Jab, boom, bob and weave. Jab, cross, bob and weave. Jab, cross, hook, bob and weave. Jab, cross, hook, cross, bob and weave. Okay? After that, we add in our pivot. Jab, bob and weave, pivot. All towards the same side as we finish our combination. Jab, cross, bob and weave, pivot. Jab, cross, hook, bob and weave, pivot. Jab, cross, hook, cross, bob and weave, and pivot. One more time through all of that. Jab, boom. Jab, cross. Jab, cross, hook. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Boom. Finally, we added our 2 punch counters whoop, whoop, on the end of each of those. Jab, boom, pivot, jab, cross. Jab, cross, boom, pivot, cross, hook. Jab, cross, hook, boom, jab, cross. And finally, jab, cross, hook, cross, cross, hook. One more time for all of that. Boom. Let's stretch off. Cool. Time for some light stretching now. So, what we're going to begin with, we're going to start off working our lower body, just giving our legs a nice little stretch. Even though we were more upper body intensive today, primarily our shoulders and our chest, you still need to make sure you're stretching your legs off after each session. They bear all of your weight while you're moving around. You're always being dynamic, boom, shifting around on them, so you cannot ignore them at all, okay? So, just gonna start off, probably seen this a million times before, just separating out our feet. Now, you don't need to go crazy with this immediately, but you do wanna feel a stretch going on, okay? Now, first thing I'm gonna do, just ease into this position. From here, what I'm gonna try and do is pull my feet together like a pair of scissors cutting into the floor. Now, I'm not able to do that, but what that's gonna do is gonna stress the inside of my groin even harder, allowing for a very intense stretch, okay? And we're just gonna do that for 10 seconds. So get ready. 3, 2, 1, and pull. Nice, should feel that you can get a little bit more out of your stretch now. Now from here, hands down, just pushing your hips towards the floor. Now, if you don't have as much room as this, whilst you're doing this stretch, do not worry. Instead of being out here with this, I'm just gonna pull my feet in underneath my butt, sit here like a frog. Now my elbows are gonna go on the insides of my knees. I'm just gonna push my hips to the floor here, getting a stretch out. Oh.
And again. Nice little cool down flow. If you want to go for longer in each position than I am, feel absolutely free to. Cool, so from this position here, I'm going to keep one of my elbows inside my knee, but I'm going to extend out my other leg. I'm just going to shift this way a little bit. Here, so I've got the room to do it. So this leg goes out. This one is keeping the tension, pushing my hip back. This hand can either go on my quad, my knee, or down to my toes to help stretch my hamstring and my calf. And hold this one for a little bit. Your weight should really be sinking down in your butt here. Nice. Now I'm going to shift over to the other side now. I'm able to just shift over there. If not, just go back to neutral and then drop down to the other position. If you are able to shift though, try and stay low the whole time you're doing it, okay? And then you just do the same thing, elbow inside of the knee, pushing outwards, hips down, butt down to the ground, either pushing here, over your knee, or pulling on your toes. Hold this one for a moment longer. Should really be feeling this in your hamstring. I'm going to shift back to the other side again now, but this time instead of having my elbow inside my knee, I'm going to have my shoulder inside my knee. Okay, it'll look a little bit like this. So I shift over to the other side again, and now my shoulder is on the inside of my knee. Okay, now I'm able to do this without my hands on the ground. If you need to go down for extra balance or behind you, absolutely fine. If not, you should feel your weight sinking down in your butt, and that should help keep you balanced. Hold this one for a moment longer. I'm going to shift over, do the exact same thing on the other side. And we're here. Yeah. Now, from this position, I'm just going to stand back up and do some hip rotations. And we're up. Good. And back the other way. Ooh. And one more time going around. Whoop. Nice. Okay, so focus on our shoulders now. So I always like to go out straight in front of me before I do this. Puts everything in a nice neutral position. Reach across, pull up past your elbow if you can. And now once I'm already feeling that stretch in my tricep and in my shoulder, then I can start to turn and add even more to my stretch. Yes, hold this for a moment. Good, and relax. Nice, shake out a little bit. Same thing on the other side. Out straight in front of you, across, pull up behind the elbow. Start to feel the stretch already here, and then turn. And that's if you can. If you're feeling enough of a stretch already when you're neutral, facing towards forward, or facing forward, then that's absolutely fine too. And relax. Nice, now up over the head. So stretch out towards the ceiling, tip it behind, trying to touch your shoulder blade as best you can. Other hand comes up, pulling on the elbow, pulls that one down. You should feel the stretch already. Once you're there, if you want a little bit more out of it, then tip to the same side that you're pulling, and you should feel this a little bit more in your lats now. Again, hold this for a moment longer. And relax. Good. Exact same thing on the other side. Always like to start off by stretching up nice and high. Tapping towards my shoulder blade. Go over the top, pulling down on my elbow or behind my elbow. Here, once I can feel that stretch, then I can add this little lean to help out. Second longer. And relax. Cool. big rotations forward. Whenever I do this, I try my best to clip my earlobes with my biceps as I go around. I haven't got very big biceps, but quite big ears, so it helps. And the same thing when I go backwards. And then just out to the sides. Again, keeping it shoulder height. Nice. Now just to finish off, super relaxed, it rolls in my head. Just let the weight of your head do this. My head's quite big and heavy, so I probably strain a little bit more than you do. But you don't want to push too hard whenever you're stretching your neck. Just nice and relaxed. And back the other way. Cool, and we're done. Well done everyone. Apologies for having to Frankenstein this video together a little bit. I was hoping to get one continuous shot and just chop out the little bits that I needed to, but we're all under a little bit of a struggle at the moment, so we're making do what we can. I hope this exercise helps you out, gets you something to do at home. I know everyone's working with limited spaces, limited equipment. If you've got training partners living with you, awesome, that's fantastic. You can still do this lesson either solo, side by side with each other. You can incorporate some Dutch drills, so one round on, one round off, while the other one pads each other. If you've got a bag at home to work with, that's awesome too. You just need to make sure when you're shifting angles and adjusting for the work we were doing earlier, you make sure to account for the fact that the punch bag is always going to be in the same spot, not moving towards you. Aside from that though, I hope you got a good workout out of this. Hope if you are a beginner or trying this out for the first time, it was easy enough for you to follow along. And if you're already a much more experienced martial artist, I hope you could still get something out of this and make a little bit of it your own. Us.